because DP Gachagua,
yes,
the president, and the Council of Governors, chairperson, that is Anne Waiguru, are all in the Kenya Kwanza government, very senior officials. So it's imperative that when they come out to speak, then it's something that they must have comprehended, and they must have gotten advice from the technocrats, because you do not just throw out numbers. You do not just come out and speak without getting advice.
No, sir.
And that is why there is the meteorological department to advise the government on the issues pertaining El Nino. So the meteorological department did their bit. After they did their bit, they went and advised the president. The president came and spoke, downplaying the expected effects of El Nino.
Yes.
The deputy president again came and restated the initial position. But the most worrying thing is that when you look at the utterances, and that is something that I've said and I've mentioned many a times, that the tactics and antics of the Moi regime cannot work in this current regime that is governed by the constitution, and that has got well-laid procedures on how to make declaration and how to run the government. Now, there was the supplementary budget that budgeted for that dispatched about 4.4 billion to the National Disaster Management. My question is, at this devastating moment, can we see that money being put to use?
Yes.
even if it has not been given to the governors to manage it? But then the other thing is that the 4.4 billion was budgeted for. Now, I was asking myself, how about if you look at the papers today, in the 2023-2024 supplementary budget, there was 4.4 billion that was dispatched, or that was allocated or budgeted to the National Disaster Management. And now you ask yourself, the deputy president, where did he get the 10 billion figures? As we speak right now, because you could say that because of the the two levels of government and separation of powers,
yes,
the county governments ought to have prepared well in advance, because we want to also lay the blame where it lies. They ought also to have prepared in advance to mitigate any expected dangers that would have come with this El Nino. For example, you see Wajir County, there is a road that has been completely cut and services cannot be delivered, and prices of commodities have risen. You will see even a sack of tomato. Right now it's selling at a very high price. And there is now the government that is stating that they have actually released 10 billion. So my question is, to whom have they released this 10 billion? And what was budgeted for?
Yes. In
the 2023-2024 supplementary budget?
Yes.
And the third question you need to ask yourself, up to now as we speak, the national government still owes counties. Around, there's a county that is owed, 13 counties that are owed about 13 billion.
Yes.
The other counties that are owed up to 19 billion.
Mm-hmm. COG says they owe 62 billion in total.
They owe 62 billion in total. Yes. Mm-hmm. So you cannot expect me to respond if you still owe me. How do you expect me to respond? Where do you expect me to get this money? I think the two governments should cooperate, because we are now talking about the lives of Kenyans, which basically is a mandate. It's actually our human rights to get all these services. And that is where that's where governance come in, where you use public institutions and public offices to advance the rights of individuals, to advance the rights of the electorates, yes, and most importantly, to advance the rights of Kenyans who are taxpayers, and not only paying taxes, meager taxes. We are paying almost all the earnings. The taxes have risen, so yes, we expect to see the reciprocity from the government.
Sasa Samba,